Today on the channel, from the Amber Collection, Jurassic Park unboxing and review. Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for something a little different today. We've got a Jurassic Park Amber Collection review and unboxing, of course. These, I believe, are Target exclusives at this point. I haven't seen these anywhere else. I gotta be honest, I don't buy Jurassic Park figures outside of my kids buying a few dinosaurs here and there. That is what Jurassic Park figures are known for. But they've started to dabble into the 6-7 inch scale figures. We're getting Jurassic Park 1 characters. Now, gotta be honest once again, Jurassic Park, I think I saw it when I was a little kid when it first came out. I might have seen it at the theater or maybe on VHS tape when it came out, but I don't recall seeing any of them since or anything. Just not a big movie guy, as some know on the channel. I don't see a bunch of movies. You'd be shocked the movies I've never seen. But these figures caught my eye right off the bat as I'm walking down the aisle of my figure hunting videos. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Check out my figure hunting reviews, or my figure hunts every Friday, I guess we'd call them. As I've seen these in my local Targets, and I say, ooh, long game on these. I don't know the characters. Obviously, I know Jeff Goldblum. Obviously, I know Samuel L. Jackson. But when I saw these, I said, these would be great as crowd fillers in wrestling. Marvel Legend crowd fillers, street scenes, stuff like that. Cobra agents, Cobra scientists for Samuel L. Jackson. I felt there was a lot of use for these figures, maybe with some of my other collections, and that was where I was at with my grand scheme. But then I said in one of my latest videos, I said, you know what, playing the long game. I just feel these are not moving. I feel they will go to clearance. Well, no later than 2 days, online, Target online, $9.99 free shipping if you have a red card, which I do. $9.99 shipped for each of these. So I said, gotta get a deal, half off. Now's the time to strike. Knowing it'll be $4.99 in a couple of weeks, but I felt $9.99 a piece for these is a pretty good deal. Like I said, smoke and mirrors, you can put them with all kinds of different characters, different sets, Marvel Legends, Star Wars, wrestling. You can go all kinds of places with these. So we'll see. I'm going to open them up. We're going to see what all the fuss is about. We'll compare them to some other lines, see how they scale, and we'll talk about it. But I figured might as well start with Samuel L. Jackson. That was the one I was most excited for. He's got a lab coat on. He's a scientist. First time I saw this, I said, Cobra scientist. This would be a great one, sitting at a computer desk. Cobra Commander or Destro berating the guy. That's what I saw with this one. So that's where we're going to open first, and we'll see how he compares to other Samuel L. Jackson figures. This Samuel L. Jackson, no stranger to action figures over the years. He's had a ton of different ones. But let's take a look like we always do. We're going to take a look at the packaging first, unbox it, talk about it, and then see where it goes from there. So this is the Amber Collection. Now, very interesting packaging. Obviously, nothing to really compare this to, as this is the first go-around for these Jurassic Park action figures. Historically, they are usually dinosaur figures and stuff like that. Mattel makes these. I was going to say, I don't even know who makes these. I never even looked. So it is Mattel that makes the Jurassic Park figures. So a little different for Mattel here. We're more used to Mattel as far as WWE figures, where Hasbro has the Marvel Legends and Star Wars figures. First thing you see is the old T-Rex, that iconic image from Jurassic Park. He does come with an extra hand, so I guess, I'm not familiar enough with the movie, he must get his hand bitten off. So we got a little bit of extra arm there, which is kind of cool with blood and everything else. Extra hands, you got a little headset. I think that's a headset. Yeah, headset. And then a computer. That computer is really cool. That can be used for a lot of things. Even the accessories here are pretty cool. And you see at the bottom, John Raymond Arnold. Jurassic Park must be his name, so there you go. I did notice there's a little bit of raising of the package here to give this package just more of a nice feel to it. I think that is really cool. Kind of a stone, prehistoric packaging. It does tie in with the dinosaur figures out there. Be interesting to see who collects these. Primarily, I see the Jurassic Park figures most of the time being bought by little kids out there. Usually, kids are playing with their dinosaurs. It makes sense. Not a lot of adult collectors. Nothing compared to Marvel Legends, Star Wars, wrestling. But I'm sure there are collectors out there. Is there collectors that keep their dinosaurs and everything in package? I'm sure there is. There's a collector for everything out there. You do got the attached J-hook up top there. Nothing too fun up top. On the side, you got that. I think that was how they extracted the DNA from the dinosaurs, if I remember the movie correctly. Amber Collection right here. Jurassic Park logo down on the side here. You got kind of that stone, lava There's warnings like any other packaging. And on the back, not a lot going on. Not promoting any other lines or anything. We just got a little glamour shot of him in the movie. Got his name there. We got a little blurb at the bottom at least. So we're going to read that blurb, see what all the fuss is about here. Let's see what it says here. The head computer technician at Jurassic Park, John Raymond Ray Arnold, reluctantly shuts down the park's power system in an effort to undo Dennis Nedry's destructive and dangerous programming. After initiating the reboot, Arnold's decision to check the circuit breakers gets wildly out of hand. So is that kind of a play on words? It gets wildly out of hand. Is that where he loses his hand? That's what I would assume there. So there it is. Interesting. Let's pop him open. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm going through the bottom on this one. It seems to be the choice to go through the bottom. It slides right out. So there you go. Got kind of that DNA profile type background there of where they found the DNA to make the dinosaurs. So a cool one. It pops a little bit. All in all, the packaging's pretty good. Like I said, not a big Jurassic Park fan, so maybe a Jurassic Park fan might know a little bit more. But I think it's not the best packaging I've ever seen, but by no means the worst packaging. Somewhere in the middle. See you later. How about a little plastic prison going on here? A lot of accessories here. For a $9.99 figure that you can put with a lot of different figures, I think this is pretty solid, actually. You got extra hands, like I said, the headset, the computer, the extra arm. I'm looking at this, I'm like, what have they reused? Like, what body is this? Is this brand new molds? You would think Mattel would use in-house, since, you know, they got wrestling figures. Maybe they would share some wrestling figure joints and stuff, but it looks pretty new, but we'll see. We're going to pop it out, pop everything out and go through it here and see what we think. Oh, are you kidding me? This headset is bolted in. They bolt in the headset, but that's it. Interesting. We'll see. But that headset's very flimsy. Computer. And there it is. See you later. All right, so we get a cool molded plastic computer here. Got a little bit of stickiness to it, which seems weird for a brand new figure. But this is pretty sweet. This would go great in so many different things. You could use this in a Marvel Legends setup. You could use this in a Spider-Man setup. You could use this in a Ninja Turtle setup. Star Wars, G.I. Joe, of course. A lot of use out of this. So even for $10 getting this as an accessory, that's not a bad deal, guys. Not bad. Especially and then the headset as well with him. That's not terrible. You get 2 extra hands. He's got 2 kind of gripping hands. And here's 2 open hands. Choose your own adventure with the hands. Then you get the arm, which I guess the arm does not plug in. I guess I thought it was going to plug in. It would be kind of a red spot with the blood, but no, it must. His arm must just pop off. Oh, it does. And then nice attention to detail here. They got the blood around here. It's like, hey, it fell off, and maybe he's holding his hand. I don't know the scene in the movie, so maybe that's how it went, but maybe he's holding his arm around. But that is cool attention to detail. You can have him getting his arm eaten by dinosaurs if you want, and he just plugs right in there very, very easily. First thing I noticed, this is very, you could tell right away it's Samuel L. Jackson. I remember the first time I saw these on the pegs, I didn't even realize Samuel L. Jackson was in Jurassic Park. I guess I didn't know of him. He wasn't as famous back then, I would assume. And I saw this on the pegs, like, boy, that looks just like him. Then I looked, oh yeah, that is him. I didn't know he was in Jurassic Park. But it looks just like him. He's got the glasses on. Great head scan. Great head sculpt, head scan, whatever it is. Even the bald spot up here. I think that is a really good attention to detail here they didn't have to necessarily do. Because like I said, I think most of the time kids are buying these. And to see these already to $9.99 tells me maybe nobody is buying these, unfortunately. So I got to think a deep clearance is to come on these, because I don't know about your guys' targets. They've been on end caps. They've been in the aisle. Not selling the best from what I've been seeing. Double jointed elbows on this one too, which is interesting. So you got double jointed elbows, double jointed knees as well. You got waist articulation. You got kind of an ab diaphragm there. The head, of course, moves around. Hands removable. Ankles. So a lot of articulation here. Very similar to a Mattel Elite with the double joints and everything else. Head does not pop off easy, so you're going to have to heat that guy up. But I'm sure you could do all kinds of head swaps. I'm sure Mattel wrestling hands might be able to fit in here. That's always a possibility as well. So there could be some customizing here. Unfortunately, there is a Jurassic Park logo on his coat. Maybe you can cover that. Maybe you could get some acetone or something and wipe that off if you really need to. But a really good-looking scientist figure. And like I said, I'm going to use this in my Cobra display. Let's see, does he fit on a ringside collectible stand? Fits like a glove. It is Mattel. They do make the WWE Elites, which these are technically made for. So he does fit on a stand if you're going that direction as well. Say it all the time. Spend your money on your figures, not your stands. Those stands are a lifesaver for me, so especially. But you got a tie that's movable on here. Just a lot to like with this figure, actually. For 10 bucks, I do not regret the decision at all. I wouldn't mind getting maybe another one of these. Maybe I'll play that even longer game and wait for the $5.99, $6.99 clearance and get another one, pop the head off, pop the hands off, make a different scientist. It'd be nice to have 1 or 2 scientists running around. You could always use another computer for your displays and stuff like that. Just very strong lineup. I mean, I don't know the Jurassic Park, like I said. I don't know my Jurassic Park history. But for what I'm looking for in this, and maybe some of you guys as well, that might be worth your wallet to be opened up for. 10 bucks, you really can't beat a figure like this for $10. So there's Samuel L. Jackson. Dr. Arnold, I think he was named. I'm sure he was named after Arnold Drummond from Different Strokes, probably the most famous Arnold of all time outside of Schwarzenegger. But let's take a look at Jeff Goldblum, Dr. Ian Malcolm. So I know he is one of the stars, and I remember thinking as a kid, oh, the guy from The Fly is in Jurassic Park. And those are basically the 2 things I know him from. Once again, I'm not a movie guy. I just got too much going on. I've never been able to just sit for an hour and a half, 2 hours for the most part, to get down a movie. And it's always so dangerous watching movies, for me at least, because guess what? You might not like it, and you might invest 2 hours in something you just absolutely don't like, where I guess people would say, hey, Kyle, you watch Raw, and it absolutely sucks most weeks. What do you do? But it's part of my tradition. I've been watching since I was like 6 years old, 5 years old, 5, 6, whatever it's been. Never stopped. It's tradition. Movies, it's just hit and miss. I don't know. I'm weird. I'm very quirky, as you can imagine. Let's take a look at Dr. Arnold. Same packaging. We won't have to go through all the details there. Looks like he comes with a cell phone. Is that a little torch? A torch, a glass of water, and then 2 extra hands. So once again, that torch, the glass of water, the cell phone, I can see people using those accessories with different lines if need be. And this is a very easily customized figure. You pop this head off, you could have him all different kinds of guys. So I would love to see some great custom ideas out there. In the comments below, leave me your custom ideas for these guys. There's a lot of stuff you could do with these, I'm sure. Jurassic Park on the side, Amber Collection over here, and then you get the back. Same thing as Dr. Arnold, Samuel L. Jackson. Let's see what it says here. Dr. Ian Malcolm, an expert in chaos theory, Dr. Ian Malcolm is one of the few original visitors to Jurassic Park. While he often uses humor and sarcasm, he has a deep understanding and respect for the power of nature and knows that life finds a way. He also has the wounds to prove it. So, no blood or anything on him here. Looking like Jeff Goldblum, though. They really nailed the likenesses on these. I think they did a phenomenal job. Pull them out. Same background we saw before. See you later up high. A little plastic prison shot. How about it? There it is. Look at those accessories. Pretty cool. Pretty cool accessories. I think there's a lot of uses for these guys. I think for $9.99, like I said, and maybe cheaper very soon, I'd say get after it. I say get one. See you later. All right, Jeff Goldblum, very tall and lanky, but I think he is a taller guy. Isn't he over 6 feet tall? I don't know. I'm not super familiar with him, but he does have the double-jointed knees and elbows. A little bit of looseness in the legs and waist. Just seems like a very long figure. Very long. He's got chest hair that's drawn on, but it's gray. I guess gray chest hair is a thing, but it looks just kind of weird. He's got a necklace that's attached to him. It's not removable. It's molded into him. But once again, glasses. Looks good. Looks like a good figure. Mattel is doing a good job. Hasbro was the first ones I noticed to do a really good job on that G.I. Joe Classified Baroness. With the glasses, you can actually see the eyes through. That's what they have going on with these two. I think that is a really cool look. Makes it feel a lot more realistic and not as toy-ish, if that makes sense. This one just seems really tall, but double-jointed knees, double-jointed elbows, just really long figure here. I don't know what reuse you could get. You're looking for somebody that's really tall, I guess. All black outfits, so like I said, with customizers out there, just a plain Jane outfit. There's no Jurassic Park logos. There's nothing that's really crazy. So you pop this head off, do something different. You can do a whole lot of stuff with this Jeff Goldblum figure. He's got his torch here. See how that looks in his hand. His hand is made to hold that torch. So yeah, I'm going through the jungle or the wilds looking for dinosaurs, whatever. Looks all right. You got a gripping hand, a big gripping hand for this cup of water as well. I think that is really solid. That cup of water is cool. Cell phones are always cool, which I guess this isn't technically a cell phone. It's a walkie-talkie. But it looks like an old school cell phone from about this time frame. Then you got an extra hand there. So once again, a solid enough figure. I think customizers can have a lot of fun with these, and especially at these cheap price points. I mean, you can't doubt how cheap these are. I'm shocked. I had a feeling they'd go to clearance. I'm shocked they went this soon to clearance. So stay tuned to your Target. Take a look at that. I noticed at my 2 local Targets over the weekend, I was in both of them, and I noticed both stores were marking down a lot of toys, starting some clearance events. So be ready. Look at your end caps. These might be on clearance in your stores as we speak. I know like He-Man Wind Raiders on clearance now, down to $14.99 in both those stores, and a few other things out there. So you long game players, and this one isn't even that long of a long game to clearance, so I like that a whole lot. Let's compare these guys. Here they are next to Han Solo. Wow, there is a bigger height difference than I anticipated here. This is Han Solo from, what was this, The Force Awakens, something like that, from one of the Black Series lines. You got Beachhead from G.I. Joe. So yeah, these Mattel ones, these Jurassic Park figures are a little bit tall. They're a little taller than the lines we're thinking of. And then we got Samuel L. Jackson from Marvel Legends. Yeah, much bigger. So yeah, a little bigger. I guess, I didn't realize how much bigger these were until right now when I get a little comparison piece here. But for somebody like Samuel L. Jackson in his lab coat, I'm going to have him in a sitting position. So that'll blend in just fine. There won't be any issues there. Goldblum just feels tall. It feels like a weird, out of proportion figure, at least the lankiness of it. I just haven't had a figure that felt that way before, if that makes any sense. But an interesting line for $20 shipped for both of these. And like I said, I got to think maybe cheaper here very soon if you're playing that long game. I'd say these are worth it, especially if you're a Jurassic Park fan. Definitely worth it. You got to get these if you're a Jurassic Park fan. But if you're looking for some background characters, ancillary characters, crowd characters, Dr. Scientist type character for your setup, I don't think you can go wrong with this. A lot of uses for these figures. Interesting to see Mattel diving into something that's a little off the beaten path. Like we said earlier, when you think Jurassic Park, you're thinking big toy dinosaurs. You're not actually thinking figures. And it sounds like there's more figures to come. I don't know the names of the characters, but the girl and the guy that led the star of the movie of Jurassic Park 1, I believe both those are getting releases. I might play the same game. Those would be okay crowd people, okay people in a superhero scene. Play the long game on those as well. We'll see when those come out, if they actually do come out, because like I said, I don't think these are going so hot right now at Target, but maybe that's just my area. You tell me if your area is any different. So there it is. You tell me your thoughts in the comments, these Jurassic Park figures. You've been kicking the tires on them like me. Now is probably the time to strike. I don't know if they're what they are on Target online, but $9.99 was a great deal. You give me your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. You guys know we're talking and unboxing and doing a whole lot of stuff on the channel every single day, so make sure you're subscribed. Turn your notification bell on. You don't want to miss any of it. You never know what might be next. So, for Samuel L. Jackson, Jeff Goldblum, I'm Kyle. See you guys real soon.